Good evening, everybody. Sorry about the very slightly late delay to the start of this quiz this evening. It's James Tiller and Everything F1. We've got the live quiz night for you today. So take 20 minutes of your time, just test your knowledge. Just a bit of fun, just something for you to break the monotony of the lockdown, hopefully. So hopefully you'll all join in and we'll have a little bit of an audience. And if not, we'll leave the video up there for you to look at in a couple of days' time and try it whenever you want to. We're just going to wait for a few people to come online because with these live feeds, they do take a while to generate a bit of interest. So we'll just wait a few more minutes. Want to talk to you about our competition, which is for this cap, this very cap. It's brand spanking new. Got it ready to send out to you. Donated, of course, by Red Bull Racing themselves. So thank you very much for those for providing us with a great cap and a great prize for you to win. So we'll give it a couple of minutes. If you've got time, if you haven't already, get yourself onto the competition post and enter the competition for the Red Bull cap, the Max Verstappen number 33 cap, as you can see here. Right as I display, I don't want to wear it because obviously I don't want you to think it's a second-hand cap. But there you go, it's there for you. Anyway, and that will be drawn on Wednesday around about the same time. I'll do a live draw for that and pick a random person from our entrance. So good luck. I hope you have entered. I hope you share it with your friends and family so they can enter for you and maybe hand the hat to you. Just get as many people as you can to enter the competition. Okay, I'm just going to check to see if we've got many people on at the moment. My laptop's being ridiculously slow. Have you got anybody on at all? Yeah, we've got some viewers. That's always nice to see. So good to see some viewers who actually come along to watch, which is brilliant. We're going to start. We've got 4 rounds of 10 questions for each round. We've got a Formula 1 round for obvious reasons, because we're a Formula 1 page. So, yeah, there are 10 questions that I'm sure you might know, some more difficult ones from far in the past. We've also got a geography/history round, so questions obviously on geography and history, but there is a F1 twist to that, so there will be some kind of link, either tenuous, however it may be, to Formula 1. We've also got a TV/film/music round, which again, with a tenuous link to each one of them, or some of them are quite an obvious link for each one. So, and a general knowledge round, sorry. So we've got 4 rounds. So 40 questions, a point each. Again, as I say, it's just for fun. So score yourself, and then afterwards at the end, by all means, put your score in the comments, and we'll give a shout out to whoever got the most points on the live show anyway. Okay, so I'll tell you what, because we've been on for a minute and I've been babbling on for a little while now, let's get started with a couple of the questions. Right, okay, we'll start with the Formula 1 round because, as I say, we are a Formula 1 page. Question number 1. Oh no, that's the film question, sorry. Let me get the right one. There we go. There's the Formula 1 round. Which driver won the first ever Formula 1 World Championship? Question number 1. Which driver won the first ever Formula 1 World Championship? Okay, so it's one way back in history. Question number 2. Who was the first driver to refuel during an F1 race? So who was the first F1 driver to refuel in the pit during an F1 race? Who could that be? Question number 3. Who was the first teen to win an F1 Grand Prix? Who was the first F1 teen, or teen for F1, to win a Grand Prix? Who was a teenager? Let me think. Who could that be? Question number 4. Where and when was the longest ever Formula 1 race and who won it? So where and when was the longest ever, and I'm talking time now, Formula 1 race, when and where, and who was the driver to win it? Question number 5. Which F1 team did Adrian Newey first join in 1980? So which F1 team did Adrian Newey first join in 1980? I wonder who that could be. Tricky. Question number 6. How many times did Sir Stirling Moss win the Monaco Grand Prix? How many times did Sir Stirling Moss win the Monaco Grand Prix? Tricky. Question number 7. What was the name of the first team based at Enstone? So what is the name for the first team, F1 team, that was based in Enstone or at Enstone? Who could that be? Question number 8. What team did Ross Brawn buy out for £1 before the 2009 World Championship? So what F1 team did Ross Brawn buy out for £1, a little quiddy, before the 2009 World Championship? Question number 9. How long was the gap between Niki Lauda's second and third World Championship? So how long was the gap in years between Niki Lauda's second and third World Championship? Next one. Okay, what colours did McLaren race in their first Formula 1 Grand Prix? So what colours did McLaren race in their first Formula 1 Grand Prix? Okay, so hopefully you've got an answer for each of them. I will quickly run through them so you can have a final go before I read you your answers. So, which driver won the first ever Formula 1 World Championship? So, which driver won the first ever Formula 1 World Championship title? Question number 2, who was the first driver to refuel during an F1 race? Question number 3, who was the first team to win an F1 Grand Prix? Question number 4, when and where was the longest ever Formula 1 Grand Prix and who was the winner? Question number 5, which F1 team did Adrian Newey first join in 1980? 6, how many times did Sir Stirling Moss win at Monaco? 7, what was the name of the first F1 team based in Enstone? 8, what team did Ross Brawn buy out for £1 before the 2009 World Championship? 9, how long was the gap between Niki Lauda's second and third championship? And question 10, what colours did McLaren race in their first F1 Grand Prix? So total those up. Well, I'll give you get something written down, sorry. I'm going to total them up now because I'm going to give you the answers. So question number 1, which driver won the first ever Formula 1 World Championship? The answer was Giuseppe Farina. So Giuseppe Farina, if you just put the surname, you get a point as well. Question number 2, who was the first driver to refuel during an F1 race? Juan Manuel Fangio. So again, if you've got the last name, you can by all means give yourself a point. Who was the first team to win an F1 Grand Prix? That is, of course, Max Verstappen. When and where was the longest ever Formula 1 Grand Prix and who was the winner? So this is only 1 point, but you've got to get every single aspect. I'm being strict with this one. It was Canada 2011, and it was, of course, our very own Jenson Button. Which F1 team did Adrian Newey first join in 1980? Well, that was Fittipaldi Racing. He's been around for quite a while, Adrian Newey. How many times did Sir Stirling Moss win the Monaco Grand Prix? He won it twice. What was the name of the first F1 team based in Enstone? Well, it was Tollman. Next question. What team did Ross Brawn buy out for £1 before the 2009 World Championship? That was BAR Honda. And how long was the gap between Niki Lauda's second and third championship? There was 7 years. And the last one for the Formula 1 round, what colours did McLaren race in their first Grand Prix? And that was white and green. So total those up. I'm sure there's a few of you have got 10 out of 10. Some have got 9, 8, 7. Hopefully you did well. Hopefully you've enjoyed that round of Formula 1 questions. Now, every round is going to have an F1 twist. Hopefully you'll see the twist sometimes. I might have to explain the twist for others. but we'll move on to the next round now. So this one is the TV, film and music. So it could be a question for either 3 of those subjects, but there is an F1 twist and link to, of course, spot as well. So this was quite easy. Well, not quite easy, but there's quite an obvious link. What was the Formula 1 film starring Sylvester Stallone and directed by Ron Howard? So what was the name of the Formula 1 film directed by Ron Howard and starring Sylvester Stallone? Question number 2. Which Robbie Williams song paid homage to Sir Jackie Stewart in the music video? So which Robbie Williams song played homage to Sir Jackie Stewart in the music video? Question 3. Lewis Hamilton's ex-girlfriend was a member of which girl band? Say that again. Lewis Hamilton's ex-girlfriend was a member of which girl band? Question number 4. In what Netflix series does Niki Lauda actor Daniel Bruhl play a criminal psychologist? In which Netflix series does Niki Lauda actor Daniel Bruhl play a criminal psychologist? Now, I haven't seen that myself, so I wouldn't have known the answer to that. Question number 5. As if 𝐃𝐫𝐢𝐯𝐶 directed a documentary called Senna. He also directed a similar style documentary about which tragic singer's life story? So, as if 𝐃𝐫𝐫𝐢𝐯 directed the documentary Senna, he also directed a film about a tragic singer's life. Who was that singer? Next question. Who played Professor M in the animated cartoon series by Mclaren, Tooned? So Tooned, the TV show, the little animated series that Mclaren put together. Who played Professor M? Next question. Everything I Do It For You spent 16 consecutive weeks at #1 in the UK singles chart for which singer? Everything I do it for you. It was in the charts for many consecutive weeks, but who was the singer? It wasn't me, that's for sure. What is the name of the Disney film released in 2003 starring Brie Larson and Beverly Mitchell as the Enders sisters? So, what is the name of the Disney film released in 2003 starring Brie Larson and Beverly Mitchell as the Enders sisters? Next question. Schizophonic was a 1999 album for which band member turned into solo artist? So I'll say that again because I think I messed up the wording. Schizophonic was a 1999 album for which band member turned solo artist? Last question in this round. What is the name of Dorothy Gale's dog in the film The Wizard of Oz? So what is the name of Dorothy Gale's dog in the film The Wizard of Oz? So let me do a quick run through of the questions again so you can have a final write down of the questions and answers. Okay, what was the name of the Formula 1 film starring Sylvester Stallone and directed by Ron Howard? 2, which Robbie Williams song played homage to Sir Jackie Stewart in the music video? 3, question 3 was Lewis Hamilton's ex-girlfriend was a member of which girl band? 4, in what Netflix series does Niki Lauda actor Daniel Bruhl play a criminal psychologist? As if 𝐃𝐫𝐢𝐯 directed a documentary called Senna, he also directed a similar style documentary about which singer's tragic life story? Next question, who played Professor M in the animated cartoon series by Mclaren, which was called Tooned? Everything I Do It For You spent 16 consecutive weeks at #1 in the UK singles chart for which singer? Next question. What is the name of the Disney film released in 2003 starring Brie Larson and Beverly Mitchell as the Enders sisters? Schizophonic was a 1999 album for which band member turned solo artist? And last question, what is the name of Dorothy Gale's dog in the film The Wizard of Oz? Okay, so I'm going to run through the answers now. Hopefully you've got an answer for every one of them. So, what was the Formula 1 film starring Sylvester Stallone and directed by Ron Howard? That was Driven, which was fairly well received, actually. It wasn't too bad a film, although I think it did involve Sylvester Stallone bumping his wheel over someone else's car's wheel to get a victory, something I've never actually seen performed in a real race. Anyway, next question was, which Robbie Williams song paid homage to Sir Jackie Stewart in the music video? And that was Supreme. When there's no love in town. That one. Lewis Hamilton's ex-girlfriend was a member of which girl band? That was, of course, the Pussycat Dolls. In what Netflix series does Niki Lauda actor Daniel Bruhl play a criminal psychologist? That was The Alienist. As if 𝐃𝐫𝐢𝐯𝐿 directed a documentary called Senna, he also directed similar style documentary about which singer's tragic life story, and that was Amy Winehouse. The documentary was called Amy. Who played Professor M in the animated cartoon series by Mclaren, which was called Tooned? That was, of course, Alexander Armstrong. Everything I Do It For You spent 16 consecutive weeks at #1 in the UK singles chart for which singer? That was Bryan Adams. Hopefully you got the tenuous link. It was Martin Brundle had him on the grid once, and then he decided to use all the song titles in the way he questioned him. It's one of his iconic interviews with on the grid, and it's one that I had to use in these questions because I thought it was a brilliant thing. I had to run to you was how he opened it. Next question. What is the name of the Disney film released in 2003 starring Brie Larson and Beverly Mitchell as the Ender sisters? It was called Right on Track. Right on Track. Schizophonic was a 1999 album for which band member turned solo artist? That was Geri Halliwell. Yes. It was. I thought that might trick a few people. It's obviously from Red Bull, Christian Horner's wife now. The last question from this round is, what is the name of Dorothy Gale's dog in the film The Wizard of Oz? And that, of course, is Toto, which is also the name of the Mercedes team principal. So the obvious link being there. So mark yourselves out of 10, give yourself a score. Let us know how you did in the comments below. Next round is the history/geography round. So they're historical geography type questions with, again, an F1 link. So, in what country was the title Grand Prix first used? So, in which country was the title Grand Prix first used? Question number 2. Where is the Mclaren Technology Centre? Where is the Mclaren Technology Centre? Question number 3. Charlene Whitstock is the wife of the Prince of which principality? So Charlene Whitstock is the wife of the Prince of which principality? Question number 4. Monaco and the Vatican are 2 of the only 3 surviving city-states in the world. What is the name of the 3rd? So, I'll say that one again. Monaco and the Vatican are 2 of the 3 only surviving city-states in the world. What is the name of the 3rd city-state? Next question. The flag of Bahrain has 2 colours, red and what other colour? The flag of Bahrain has 2 colours, red and what other colour? Next question. Founded in Milan in 1872, which company was involved in the manufacture of rubber used in the construction of scuba diving rebreathers. So founded in Milan in 1872, which company was involved in the manufacturing of rubber used in the construction of scuba diving rebreathers? That's a difficult one, isn't it? Next question. Brands Hatch is in which county? Brands Hatch is in which county? A nice easy one. Are the stripes on the Belgian flag vertical or horizontal? That's question number 8. Are the stripes on the Belgian flag vertical or horizontal? Who knows? Question number 9. For some time, the German Grand Prix was held in West Germany. In what year was the German Wall built? So, for some time, the German Grand Prix was held in West Germany. In what year was the Berlin Wall, built? The Berlin Wall. What year was it built? Next question, or last question in this round. Melbourne is in what state of Australia? Melbourne, or Melbourne, is in what state in Australia? My wife's laughing at me now. Melbourne. G'day. Right, a quick read through of those questions so you've got an answer for each and every one of them. In what country was the title Grand Prix first used? Question number 2, where is the Mclaren Technology Centre? Question 3, Christine Woodstock is the wife of the Prince of which principality? Question 4, Monaco and the Vatican are 2 of the 3 only surviving city-states in the world. What is the third? The flag of Bahrain has 2 colours, red and what other colour? Founded in Milan in 1872, which company was involved in the manufacturing of rubber used in the construction of scuba diving rebreathers? Brands Hatch is in which county? So Brands Hatch is in which county? Question 8. Are the stripes on the Belgian flag vertical or horizontal? For some time in the German Grand Prix was held in West Germany. In what year was the Berlin Wall built? So the German Berlin Wall, when was it built? What year? And last question in that round, in the geography/history round, is Melbourne is in what state in Australia? Okay, let's give you the answers. Question number 1. The term Grand Prix was first used in France. I think that was a bit of an easy one for you. Nice gentle break into the geography and history round. Question number 2. Where is the Mclaren Technology Centre? Well, that was in Woking, or is in Woking, Surrey. Question 3. Christine Woodstock is the wife of the Prince of which principality? That principality is, of course, Monaco. Leading on to that, the next question. Monaco and the Vatican are 2 of the 3 only surviving city-states in the world. What is the name of the third? That is Singapore. The flag of Bahrain has 2 colours, red and what other colour? White is the answer to that. Founded in Milan in 1872, which company was involved in the manufacturing of a rubber used in the construction of scuba diving rebreathers? Well, that was Pirelli. So Pirelli started manufacturing rebreathers for scuba diving equipment. That was a tough one. Brands Hatch is in which county? That is, of course, Kent. Are the stripes in the Belgian flag vertical or horizontal? They are indeed vertical. For some time, the German Grand Prix was held in West Germany. In what year was the German Wall, or the Berlin Wall, built? That was indeed 1961. Melbourne is in which state in Australia? That is Victoria. So that's all of those answers for the geography/history round. Give yourself a score out of 10. Let us know how you did in the comments below. Our last round now is just a general knowledge round. So hopefully you'll get a few of these right. And again, every single question has an F1 link. So question number 1. Which driver married his wife, Karina, in 1995? So which F1 driver married his wife, Karina, in 1995? Question 2. Which female tennis star had an awkward TV moment when Martin Brundle, with Martin Brundle at the 2016 USA Grand Prix? So which female tennis star had an awkward TV moment with Martin Brundle at the 2016 USA Grand Prix? Question number 3. Who collaborated with Anthony de Curtis in 1999 on the book Rock Style: How Fashion Moves to Music? So who collaborated with Anthony de Curtis in 1999 on the book Rock Style: How Fashion Moves to Music? Tricky. Question number 4. Bernie Ecclestone and business partner Flavio Briatore purchased which football club during a £14 million takeover deal in 2007? So, Bernie Ecclestone and business partner Flavio Briatore purchased which football club during a £14 million takeover deal in 2007? What was the name of the team? Question 5. In what month is World Vegan Day? Tenuous link. In what month is World Vegan Day? Wonder what that tenuous link might be. Next question. Vladimir Putin opened which city's Winter Olympic Games in 2014? These are just 4 then. Vladimir Putin opened which city's Winter Olympic Games in 2014? Next question, question number 7. Who is the only person to hold an F1 World Drivers' Championship win and Motorcycle World Championship? I'll say that again. Who is the only person to hold an F1 World Drivers' Championship and a Motorcycle World Championship? Hopefully you've got an answer for that one. Next question. How big is a Magnum of Champagne? How big, in metric, is a Magnum of Champagne? Last couple of questions to the end of the quiz. Hope you've enjoyed it so far. What is the currency in Japan? They have a race there. There's the link. What is the currency in Japan? Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, the last question of the day. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart composed the national anthem used by which country? So Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart composed the national anthem used by which country? Okay, one last quick run through of the questions so you can get your answers written down in order, hopefully. Let's go. Which driver married his wife Karina in 1995? Question number 2. Which female tennis star had an awkward TV moment with Martin Brundle at the 2016 USA Grand Prix? Question 3. Who collaborated with Anthony de Curtis in 1999 on the book Rock Style: How Fashion Moves to Music? Question number 4. Bernie Ecclestone and business partner Flavio Briatore purchased which football club during a £14 million takeover deal in 2007? 5. In what month is World Vegan Day? 6. Vladimir Putin opened which city's Winter Olympic Games in 2014? Who is the only person to hold a Formula 1 World Drivers' Championship and a Motorcycle World Championship? How big is a Magnum of Champagne? It's question number 8. Question number 9. What is the currency in Japan? And the last question of the quiz is Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart composed the national anthem used by which country? Hopefully you've got an answer for all those. Let's run through the answers now. So which driver married his wife Karina in 1995? It was, of course, Michael Schumacher. Which female tennis star had an awkward TV moment with Martin Brundle at the 2016 USA Grand Prix? That was Venus Williams. Who collaborated, this one's the hardest one I think, who collaborated with Anthony de Curtis in the 1999 book Rock Style, How Fashion Moves to Music? That was Tommy Hilfiger. And the link there is Tommy Hilfiger do the t-shirts for Formula One teams, Mercedes, and he obviously works with Lewis Hamilton on his own fashion range. Next question, Bernie Ecclestone and business partner Flavio Briatore purchased which football club during a £14 million takeover deal in 2007? That was Queen's Park Rangers, QPR. Get a point for QPR or Queen's Park Rangers, whichever you've put down. Next question, in what month is World Vegan Day? The World Vegan Day is in November. And again, the link is to our current world champion, Lewis Hamilton, who is an avid non-meat eater. Next question. Vladimir Putin opened which city's Winter Olympic Games in 2014? That was, of course, Sochi. And Sochi has the Formula One race now for Russia. Who is the only person to hold an F1 World Drivers' Championship and a Motorcycle World Championship? That person is John Surtees. Next question. How big is a Magnum of Champagne? That's 1.5 litres or 1,500 millilitres, however you've written it down. You're correct. What is the currency in Japan? The currency is yen. And the last question, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart composed the national anthem used by which country? And that was Austria. Okay, so hopefully you've got your totals. And you've done well. Fingers up, thumbs up. Brilliant if you have. Commiserations if you haven't. Put your score down there in the comments. Let us know how you did in our quiz. Give us a big thumbs up if you enjoyed our quiz this evening. We might do it again in the future. We've talked about potentially doing like a game show type scenario where I quiz my fellow admins on the page. We'll record a video call, so that might be quite fun in the vein of Have I Got News For You style. But if you like this quiz, maybe we can do it again another time, maybe next week or whenever. Just let us know how you felt about this evening. We really appreciate it. That was the quiz for Everything F1. Please don't forget to enter the competition for the Red Bull cap, the number 33 Max Verstappen cap. Get yourself your entry on top of that, onto that post. We do send it out. This will be going straight out as soon as I've got a winner. I'll send it via the post, and you'll get it within a couple of days. So just get yourself entered into that competition. Please also like and share this post, share our page. We want to grow as a community, get more and more people involved, and give you more and more great content, hopefully like this, and hopefully it's how you feel this was this evening. Great content. So that's been all from me at Everything F1. I'm James Tiller. I hope you've enjoyed the evening. Put your scores down in the comments, and we'll give a shout out to the person with the highest score on the page. Thank you very much, and stay safe. Bye-bye. Oh, before I go, the artwork here is done by Sponge, that you can see behind me. Sponge is our resident artist, James Houghton. He draws all these pictures. These just happened to be a couple he sent me of Senna, of course, with his big helmet just behind me. So if you want to know about any of those, by all means message the page. He does sell them via the page, so just message the page and we can sort out a way of getting them to you. But he also does competitions for us as well. We've done Lewis Hamilton competition where he's got an image with Charles Leclerc. We've had winners for that. We've had winners for Jenson Button competitions. We've sent out some Senna prints previously, and there will be competitions coming up in the near future. So keep your eyes peeled on the page. That's what I wanted to make sure I mentioned too, because Sponge does a really good job, as you can tell. The images are just beautiful. But thank you very much, and again, I'll speak to you again soon. Bye bye.